Hi and welcome. I'm Shannon Kerr, and I use EFT tapping to help moms get comfortable with uncomfortable feelings so that they can make sure that their emotional baggage is not getting dumped on their kids. And today I want to talk about um, giving yourself permission to pause and the fact that being resilient is not going to mean that problems are going away. It just means that you are going to meet these problems in a new way. I'm so glad you're here. And if you're enjoying what you are watching, please hit the like and subscribe button so that it helps to get this message out to more moms. Um, I saw a meme the other day. I love memes that read, being an adult means saying things will settle down by the end of the week over and over and over, and then you die. And I remember doing this in my previous marriage, that I was saying, things will be okay when we reach whatever goal we were heading towards. When this hard time is over, then I'll be okay and I won't have to worry anymore. And I was just constantly telling myself this. And we carry this false belief that there's some kind of magical threshold that once you reach it, all worries are done and all challenges are done. And doing this will keep you in survival mode because you're just kind of holding it together until this magical threshold. And the magical threshold is never going to come. So I know when I was dealing with postpartum depression and anxiety, that was like, okay, I'm just going to hold it together until my partner gets home. I'm just going to hold it together until the kids go to bed. And then once that situation happens, I never actually gave myself permission to even have the peace of mind. I would just numb the feelings with alcohol and food and any kind of numbing habits like watching TV, scrolling through social media. So there was never any time to really celebrate what I had experienced throughout the day, any kind of honoring of what I had gone through. It was just like, okay, I made it through, and now I'm just going to shut down, and then I'm going to start again tomorrow. It was exhausting, and it wasn't healthy. And then anytime more stuff got added on, that would spike the anxiety and bringing up feelings like full on physical feelings of like, I don't know if I can handle this. So now I use tapping to practice just pausing, choosing again, and allowing the possibility of yes, and yes, I am busy dealing with this thing, this feeling, this challenge, and I am also peaceful and loving. And so you see the switch there. Instead of it being, I have to deal with this thing and later I get to be peaceful and loving. It's like, no, I get to be both. There is this possibility of both. So using tapping in this way it's really powerful because let's face it, a lot of us are living in survival mode, especially moms, and ignoring and muting that stress all the time doesn't make it go away. We have this idea that if we just do all the right things and check all the boxes, then it'll finally make the stress go away. If I just lose 10 pounds and get that job and teach my kid to be potty trained and, get them to university and, you know, whatever goals I have for a career and whatever goals I have for a relationship. Like, I have to tick all these boxes, and then there will be no stress and I will be done. This creates blame and shame for yourself because you continue to feel stress. And even after maybe you achieve some of these goals, it's like, oh, I lost the 10 pounds, but I'm still dealing with stuff. I achieved this goal with my career or my child, and things are still happening. So learning how to pause and notice where you are and choosing how you want to be where you are is going to create that mindfulness for yourself, and also develop a new, I like to call it a friendship with your feelings. Instead of labeling them as good feelings or bad feelings, they're just all feelings. So tapping helps you to acknowledge the stress without demanding that the feelings go away. Gaining perspective and getting friendly with your feelings helps to soothe your nervous system in the moment and also beyond. You're basically retraining your brain to understand, instead of having that crossroads moment of like, oh, I'm coming to a hard point in my life. I have to go into stress mode. I have to be in survival mode. Actually, as I come up to this stressful time, I can still choose to stay calm and peaceful and speak lovingly to myself and be empathetic and all those things that we are hoping for, to become as our future self, right? Imagining that future self that you are wanting to become and bringing her into the present moment. Tapping's effects also last way longer than just in the session. Like, yes, it does help to slow the flow of cortisol in your body. It helps to get you out of that fight or flight feeling. But it's not just for the 5 minutes or the 10 minutes or however long that you have for tapping. It's going to continue throughout the day. And if you are able to get into a habit of doing it on a consistent basis, those results are lasting. Studies have shown that tapping consistently for 6 weeks will literally change the makeup of your brain. So amazing stuff. And it's going to retrain those thought patterns. Instead of, I have all these things to do, I have to feel anxious. You can ask yourself how you want to feel during the things. Who is that person who's going to be doing the tasks? Who is that person who's going to be interacting with her children and her partner? Who is that person who's going to work today? And yes, there will be stress. There will be challenges that come up. They're not going to go away, but you get to choose each time how you show up in the interaction. So I wanted to do some tapping, of course, and focusing on this idea of, even in the stressful situation, I get to choose peace for myself. So first of all, I want you to think of a time when it felt like, yeah, things were just coming in from all sides and you were just trying to get through it. I totally picture, when my babies were babies and there was that feeling of like, I just need to get to the point where I have another adult in the house, and then I can kind of shut down. So let's go ahead, and I like to take a few breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, and really focus on breathing into your belly to, again, connect with your body. and setting the intention of having this conversation with yourself. Imagine drawing a bubble of peace around your body, that you are giving yourself some time and comfort. Whatever came up earlier in the day and whatever happens later today is outside of this bubble. Right now is time for you. Okay, and we'll start tapping on the side of the hand. Even though I have been holding peace away until I finish all my goals, I still love and accept myself completely. Even though it feels impossible not to be anxious until these things are done, I love and accept all parts of me. Even though I have been carrying all this anxiety and I feel the strain on my body, I still love and accept all parts of me. Okay, and moving to the top of the head. Feeling anxious feels normal. Eyebrow point. I can't imagine operating without anxiety. Side of the eye. I have so much to get done. Under the eyes. I can't relax until it's all finished. Under the nose. It's hard to think of anything else. Under the mouth. My mind is so busy. Collarbone point. That's the way I'm used to being. Under the arms, my body feels tight. Under the chest, I have to keep everything top of mind. Wrist point. But I'm getting curious how I can ease up on myself. Okay, let's pause and notice. Pause, right? Notice any thoughts or sensations that came up for you. And thinking like, this is where you're opening the possibility. We're not forcing in a new feeling. We're giving the possibility. Yes, I used to think I had to be anxious all the time. I had to keep everything kind of at the top of my head. But maybe I don't. How would that feel? So starting again on the side of the hand. And remember, you can always pause these videos if you need to write something down. If you had like a big aha moment. Tapping brings up so many great journaling opportunities and just awarenesses. Even though I have a habit of allowing my thoughts to race, I am getting curious about introducing some peace into my body, especially because I love and accept all parts of me. Even though part of me believes that this is just how I am, another part of me is wondering about that belief. And I love and accept all parts of me. Even though I have been holding peace away until everything is finished, I also want to enjoy my life. And I'm wondering how it would feel to feel good while doing the things. Okay, top of the head. Maybe there are some new truths to learn. Eyebrow point. Maybe I don't have to be anxious all the time. Side of the eye. I wonder how it would feel to let it go. Even under the eyes, even just for a moment. Under the nose. How would my body feel as I let go of my busy thoughts? Under the mouth. To do the things without worrying as I do them. Collarbone point. I'm getting ready to allow peace into my body. Under the arms. I want to learn a new normal. Under the chest. I can let what is done be enough. Wrist point. Especially because I deserve to feel like I'm doing enough. And there's a question that comes up. Do I believe that I am doing enough? And that is where we can give ourselves some space and some grace, right? That understanding that you will never be done. So allowing each day to just hold and be a container for what is done, instead of imagining like I have to do all the things today or else I haven't done enough. It's impossible. There's always going to be more. The expectations that moms put on ourselves and society puts on moms. It's like crushing. And so we are training ourselves over and over again that nope, what I've done today is enough. What I've done in this hour is enough. What I have achieved and accomplished is awesome and enough. And tomorrow is another day. So starting again on the side of the head. Even though I used to believe that survival mode was necessary, I am choosing differently now because I love and accept all parts of me. Even though I have lived in survival mode so long, I am ready to let it go and create a new standard of being in my body. Even though I let outside influences choose for me, I am ready to choose for myself. And I choose peace because I love and honor myself completely. Top of the head. I am creating a new life for myself. Eyebrow point. I'm letting go of the idea of getting it all done. Side of the eye. Because there will always be more to do. Under the eyes. And that's okay. under the nose. I am becoming someone who stays peaceful in the doing. Under the mouth, I allow my system to settle. Collarbone point. I am listening to my body. Under the arms, and I don't have to accept all my busy thoughts. Under the chest, I feel my body, heart, and mind coming into alignment. Wrist point, I am operating in a peaceful state. Just breathe in that final affirmation. I am operating in a peaceful state. And see yourself in the rest of your day, in the week to come, choosing again and again. Yes, things will be up and down. I am choosing to operate in a peaceful state. So practicing this belief that you can be calm and peaceful even in action mode will create a new resilience for you. And you'll no longer have the belief that I can only be calm when everything is fine or when everything is done. I can be calm even when shit hits the fan. And you can learn how to function in these tough moments without opting into anxiety or feeling like you need to shut down. I'm not saying don't unwind at the end of the day, but if you are dependent on, all kinds of numbing tools to block out your day at the end of the day, then that's when you're very likely living in survival mode, right? If you're like, I need that glass of wine at the end of the day. I need to just not talk to anybody. I need to watch TV all night and not engage. And also, how does the morning begin? Is it like, ugh, or is it, hey, here we go? So giving yourself these opportunities to choose how you want to be in the moment and loving the feelings instead of shutting them down. They're all just feelings. There's no good and bad. They're all acceptable. And you're doing this important work, not just for yourself. Yes, for yourself, because you are worthy and deserving of all love and attention, but also for everyone that you come in contact with, right? As you get calmer, as you choose to be loving and peaceful in the situation, how is everyone else going to respond? And imagine a world where everybody had this emotional literacy and chose to settle their nervous system instead of becoming reactive and defensive and aggressive, right? Imagine being able to teach this to your kid. So continuing to remind yourself that life isn't just something that you have to get through. This is it. This is life. This is what you get to experience. How do you want to experience it? Again, if this has been helpful, please hit like and subscribe. I am bringing in new videos each week, and there's also opportunity to work with me one-on-one. So reach out. I'd love for you to comment and let me know how this session felt for you. All right. Have a great day.